The polls are officially up on Patreon and the community page for the members. For which time slot you want me to stream on Saturday. 3:30 or 7:30. 12 o'clock will be public, Clemson versus Syracuse. This music reminds me of, you guys remember that game Mega Man on Nintendo? Yeah, Mega Man was a shit. Yeah, that one Florida State YouTuber, I forget his name now. We looked at his video a couple of weeks ago. Extra double fries, no slaw, or whatever his name is. He posted a video yesterday talking about how the refs wanted Florida State to lose. I'm like, man, stop it. You won the game. Move on. I hope you're right, Squan, man. Y'all see Dion put his foot in his mouth yesterday? Out there dry snitching on himself. I don't know if anything will come of it. But according to the Twitter machine, he admitted to breaking NCAA rules. Didn't even know he was doing it. I don't know exactly what the rules are, but apparently there's compliance rules that they all have to agree to. The 20 hours a week mandatory, no more than 20 hours a week for college athletes. And anything they do on their own time is voluntary, like voluntary film study, which is what Dion was talking about. But you're not allowed to monitor their voluntary time. And he said that that's exactly what he does. He requires his assistant coaches to monitor all of the players' voluntary film study time, and that's how he decides who starts and who doesn't. So I don't know. Yeah, what will be the upsets this week? We're going to take a look at the schedule here at the top of the show. We'll look at the Week 5 slate. I didn't realize there was two games on Friday night. One of them's a really good one, too. I know that there's an ACC game on Friday night, but there's also a Pac-12 game, Utah at Oregon State, at 9 o'clock. Still trying to figure out why Oregon State's favored in that game. Maybe because it's a road game for Utah and it's on a Friday night. I don't know. Every day is a great day to be a Tiger. Harold, good morning. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Midday Show. How's everybody doing today? It's hump day. Only 2 more days until the official start of Week 5. And we've got some great ones coming up this week. We're going to take a look at them real quick. Before I do that, let's see who's in here. I did mention that the polls are up for the community. I mean, the channel members and the Patreon members. Go to your respective page and vote on which stream you want me to do this weekend, 3:30 or 5:30. Not 5:30, 7:30 games. And we'll look at those right now in a minute. Of course, I will be doing the 12 o'clock games publicly because that's when Clemson plays Syracuse. Who we got in here? What's up, Paxton? The Real Big Lee. Stingray. Derek Henry says, roll tide. Good afternoon, Pete. Good afternoon to you too, sir. Anthony Swift. The Nature Boy. Traveling Fools says, yo, 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 yo. John Serene. Is that Al win or AI win? I'm going to go with Al. What's up, Al? Squan Man, Clemson 42, Fruit 17. Let's get back on track this week. I hope you're right, sir. Something weird always happens whenever we travel up to that largest basketball arena, smallest indoor football arena in the country. D. Taylor, there are Florida State YouTubers. There's multiple Florida State YouTubers. Yes, there are. What's that one that Hurricane T2Y always had on his show? That guy was hilarious. What's that guy's name? I haven't seen him in a couple years. I don't even know if he's still doing YouTube. He might be. Scott Kerr. Slim Shady Canes. Harold Gray. Wet Blanket. Chunky D33. Millis Vanillis. Gabe. Ultra Magadog. What's up, everybody? All right, let's do this. Let's take a look at these Week 5 games real quick. We'll talk a little bit of football, then we'll read some news and whatnot. Then I'll bring some people on through StreamYard, and we can argue with each other. Sounds like a good show to me. All right, so starting out, now why don't they have the ACC game on here? That's weird. Anyway, there is an ACC game at, I think it's at 7 o'clock on Friday night. Then at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Utah at Oregon State. That should be a good one. We'll see if DJ Uiagalelei can get back on track. Oregon State is favored in this game. I haven't looked at the line lately, but they were favored by, I think, 2.5 as of the Lunch Money show on Monday night. Which was a little perplexing to me. Oregon State does have a very good defense, and I guess the status of Utah's starting quarterback is still in question. I don't know if he's a game-time decision or what the deal is there. But nonetheless, Oregon State favored. Big game for the Pac-12. What do we got here? So, all right, starting at noon on Saturday, Penn State at Northwestern. That's not much of a game to talk about. Penn State could win that by as much as they want to. Currently ranked number 6 in the country. Also at noon, Florida at Kentucky. Florida ranked number 22, Kentucky unranked. Based on their performance last week, I would not be surprised if Kentucky won that game outright. Southern Cal and Colorado. So that'll look. I'll be watching 2 games when I'm streaming on Saturday at noon. Clemson and Syracuse on one TV, and my guess is most likely I'll have Southern Cal and Colorado on the other TV. For anybody who watches those streams, depending on what goes on in the first half of any of these games, I may switch over to a better game. Like, in other words, let's say that Southern Cal is beating Colorado in the third quarter by 28 points. I may switch over to Kentucky and Florida if that game is close and watch the end of that game. Southern Cal, last I checked, favored by like 22 points against the Fighting Buffaloes. And, of course, their number 1 player, Travis Hunter, still out. I believe he's supposed to be out this week and possibly next week. Unfortunate for them because, they really needed him against Oregon and they really need him against Southern Cal. But I don't think it would have mattered. I think they would have lost anyway. 3:30, Georgia and Auburn. Carson Beck's first true road game as a starter. A lot of people talking about that. I feel like people are putting too much emphasis on that. I know Auburn is a tough place to play and all that, but Auburn's just not very good. I don't know, man. I see a lot of... when people if you're on Twitter, you know what I mean. Every week people post, who's on upset alert this week, and I'm seeing Georgia on all those lists. Seeing Clemson on all those lists. I'm not so sure about that. I wouldn't be worried if I was a Georgia fan about Auburn. I just wouldn't. All right. Then also at 3:30, Kansas and Texas. This is another team that's on upset alert according to the Twitter machine. Texas, who might be the best team in the country. Now, if you look at the title of this stream, I don't believe there is a clear-cut best team in the country after 4 weeks. I just don't. I mean, there's probably 6 or 7 teams that you could make an argument for as who looks like the best team after 4 weeks. Now, a lot of that stuff will end up playing itself out the closer we get towards the end of the season because a lot of these teams have to play each other. And the conference games are going to start to heat up. A lot of the teams in the Pac-12 are going to be playing each other. I mean, there are 3 or 4 teams in that conference alone that you could make a case for right now. So the same with the Big Ten. And of course, the ACC they've got 6 undefeated teams right now, but that's about to change because they're going to start playing each other as well. But that'd be one to keep an eye on, though. Can Kansas shock the world, go in to Texas and pull out a dub? They have an exciting quarterback, that's for sure. But they're gonna need all that and more to go down and beat Texas. Michigan and Nebraska. Other than the fact that these are 2 blue blood programs, there's not much interest in this game. I don't think that'll be close. Nebraska is even worse than I thought they were going to be, and I didn't think they were going to be very good. This is a weird start time here. 4 o'clock p.m., Missouri and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is in the running with Virginia and Northwestern as the worst team in the country. Sorry about your luck, Vandy Dandy. It is what it is, sir. Drake May says Florida losing would not be an upset. God dang, man. You know what? I almost agree with you on that. LSU at Ole Miss at 6 p.m. What is all with all these weird start times? We got a 4 o'clock start game. We have a 2 o'clock start time. We have a 6 o'clock start time. Am I forgetting something? Is this something new? I know every once in a while you see some weird start times, but it seems like there's multiple weird start times every week this season. Anyway, can Lane Kiffin and the Lane Train rebound from their performance against Alabama and give LSU some fits? You know what? I think they can make this interesting. I'm still going to pick LSU to win it. Speaking of who's the most clear-cut, best team in the country, and not knowing that after 4 weeks, who in the hell is the clear-cut best team in the SEC West? I have no idea. If I had to pick a team right now, I'd say LSU, but I'm not even too confident about that at all. That one to be one to keep an eye on. Oregon, Stanford, nothing much to see there. They might beat Stanford worse than they beat Colorado. That's how bad Stanford is. Iowa State at Oklahoma. I don't know what to think about Oklahoma. Statistically, they're one of the best teams in the country, and they're undefeated, and they're ranked number 14. Iowa State's no good. I have no question they'll win this game. Who's the best opponent that Oklahoma's played so far? I know, the who have you played thing. But seriously. But they've dominated everybody they had played, though, so it's not like they've had, they haven't done like a Florida State and struggle against a bad team. You know what I mean? Shit, knocking stuff over here. I gotta clean my desk off. I got too much shit on here. I got tchotchkes and whatnot. Anyway, Brent Venables on his way to a big-time comeback year. Now, next week, they've got to play the Red River. Yep, listen to me closely. The Red River Shootout. Hashtag cancel Pete. No, not the Red River rivalry. The Red River Shootout. Imagine getting offended by that. So will they overlook Iowa State? I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters. I don't think there's such thing as overlooking Iowa State. You don't need to overlook them. Cincinnati's their best win? South Carolina and Tennessee. How about this one? Primetime game. I'm assuming that the Patreon and the channel members are going to vote for the primetime games for me to stream that. That'll be one I have on. Well, it'll be one of the two I have on. The other one is clearly going to be Notre Dame at Duke. Now, anyway, before we go into Notre Dame and Duke, South Carolina and Tennessee, I think there's a really good chance that South Carolina wins this game outright. Now, would it be hilarious if South Carolina loses this game? To me, yes. I hope they lose every game that they play every time they line up. Can't stand them. You guys know that. But objectively, I would be a little bit worried if I were the Orange. I hope you got superpowers in that dark mode uniform because you're going to need them. Spencer Rattler's on fire right now. We'll see. Notre Dame at Duke. Can you imagine? Just imagine the reaction around the country and more specifically for the Irish fans if they lose to Duke. It is very possible. I don't think Duke is just good enough to compete. I think Notre Dame's that much better. But we've seen weirder things happen, especially coming off an emotional loss at home against Ohio State. Will there be a hangover there? The only thing I'd really be worried about if I was Notre Dame is Duke is right now. I mean, they're playing with house money. They're undefeated. They've got a huge win over Clemson week 1. Notre Dame is really the team right now with everything to lose. This is not a conference game technically for Duke, so they can afford to lose this game and still be competing for the ACC if they continue to take care of business against their ACC opponents. So really all the pressure is on Notre Dame in this game. And whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter. The coaches and players believe that they're still in the playoff conversation as long as they win out because of some of the big games they have on their schedule. So the pressure is on the Irish here. That'll be the one to watch there. Alabama, Mississippi State. Alabama should have no problem taking care of that. That's a 9 o'clock game. Washington and Arizona. Zona Man was in here a minute ago saying, big upset alert. Big upset win for the Wildcats. No. I hate to burst your bubble. But this is I don't even think this game's going to be particularly close. Michael Penix Jr. is on fire. He should be leading the Heisman race right now. If he's not, I haven't looked at that. I haven't looked at the Heisman odds. They're updated every single week, but he's got Heisman type numbers. And Washington's got a pretty good defense too, so watch out for the Huskies. And last but not least, but yes, least, Nevada and Fresno State. Fresno State ranked, though. Dark mode. What's the spread on the Duke game? It was 5.5. You know what? Let's look. We'll do that. Bet now. Doesn't really matter. We can go to Draft Book or DraftKings. We'll go to bet now. I think it's 5.5. See, there's the other Friday night game right there, Louisville at NC State. I don't know why that wasn't listed on that list there, but it wasn't. There's 4 teams in the ACC on bye this week. Miami's on bye, Florida State's on bye, North Carolina is on bye, and there's one other one. Where are we at here? Florida and Kentucky, by the way, is almost a pick 'em now. Kentucky favored by 1. How about that? Yeah, right. It would be who said that? It wouldn't be an upset because they are. It wouldn't. They're favored. There's a bunch of games on this list that weren't on that list I just read. They're like Virginia and Boston College, the 2 worst teams in the ACC. Where's it at here? The Georgia and Auburn game has remained static at 14.5. That's what it was a couple of days ago. Look at that. LSU less than a field goal favorite against Mississippi. I'd be tempted to take LSU in that. Now, if you are somebody that thinks that South Carolina has a real legitimate chance to beat Tennessee, look at this. I mean, they're a 12.5-point underdog. I would definitely take the Gamecocks at 12.5. I mean, that's a lot of points. But if you want to get real crazy, this is a very enticing money line bet. If you've got $20 or $30 or $50 that you don't care about losing, if you do lose, but you might win a lot of money, plus 355 is not bad odds there for the Gamecock. There you go. Notre Dame and Duke, 5.5 points. So it's been 5.5 since the line opened. It hasn't moved. So I don't know about that. I don't even know who I would take as far as the point spread goes. I mean, I think I think Notre Dame's going to win the game. I don't know about how much, though. I would stay away from that. So there you go. Did we pass the Clemson line? What's that now? Where is it? Let me find it. Uh, 6.5. It was 7. So Clemson favored by 6.5 points on the road. A 12 o'clock kickoff against the Fruit.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Breaking news from the PigskinPeete YouTube channel.
Mel Tucker's attorney, Michigan State, does not have cause to fire suspended coach over phone sex. We knew this was coming, didn't we? I called it the minute the story was released. Is that Mel Tucker's not going to go down without a fight. They're trying to find a way not to pay his insane buyout. But he's going to fight it. My guess is, and this is just a total guess, because I'm definitely not an attorney, don't claim to be one, but I do know how these things work, is that they'll come to some sort of agreement. They won't have to pay him his entire buyout, but he will get a portion of it. That's the way I think this thing is ultimately going to end. Mel Tucker's attorney said on Monday that Michigan State does not have cause to fire its suspended football coach because Tucker did not engage in an unprofessional or unethical behavior when he had phone sex with an activist and rape survivor who the university paid to speak to his team. Brenda Tracy, the activist and survivor, said Tucker sexually harassed her during the phone call in April 2022. Several months later, Tracy filed a complaint with the school's Title IX office. Tucker has acknowledged having phone sex with her, but said it was consensual. I believe him. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, look, for all I know, Mel Tucker is a complete dirtbag creep, right? He was married when this happened. Is he still married? I don't know. I mean, I doubt he's going to be married much longer if he is. So I'm not defending his actions. Well, what I am saying, though, is I don't know how you have unconsensual phone sex with anybody. There's a hang-up button on every single phone, whether you're using a rotary phone, a cell phone, or even a smoke signal. So, there is that. Attorney Jennifer Belville denied in a statement that Tucker's actions were acts of moral turpitude by any stretch of the imagination at the university that operates in the shadow of Larry Nassar's abuse of more than 100 athletes. So now they're going to use, see, that's the thing. If you're Michigan State, the Mel Tucker's attorneys are going to use what's happened there, the other scandals, they're going to use that against you. Now, how that would hold up in an illegal case, I really don't know. But they're clearly already taking that route if she's making these statements publicly. You hit that pound key?
Casket!
Baville said the school previously knew that Tucker acknowledged during the investigation in March that he had phone sex with Tracy. The notice, which is entirely premised on information you knew at least 7 months ago, if not earlier, now affirms Tucker's belief that the investigation was never interested in the truth. Yeah, that's another bad look for Michigan State. They knew about this at least 7 months before they took any action. I mean, knew that he admitted to it and everything. So why did it take so long for them to suspend him? That's a fair question, honestly. Baville also cited Tucker's serious medical condition and stating that he embattled coach reserves his right to fully respond to the university's planned firing when he's medically cleared. What's his medical condition? Well, this is new news to me. Tucker asks for medical leave for a serious health condition while he was suspended, and the school denied the request, saying it was unnecessary. The fast-track determination following Tucker's assertion of rights under the FMLA is retaliatory, she wrote. The school told Tucker he would be fired for cause without compensation for misconduct with Tracy, who considers to be a vendor. Sorry, Mrs. Peete came in here. Asked me a question. Where was I at here? The school told Tucker that he would be fired for cause and without compensation for misconduct with Tracy, who it considers a vendor because she once paid to speak with the team and gave him 7 days to respond. Tucker signed a $95 million 10-year contract in November 2021, which might be the stupidest contract in the history of contracts, or at least one of them. And also, everybody that follows college football that has any sort of acumen whatsoever, or intelligence about the sport, pointed out how stupid of a contract that was for a guy who's never really proven himself as a head coach to get that much money and that long of a contract right out of the gate. And well, we were proven to be correct on that. If the school gets its way, he will lose about $80 million he was due to make through January 15th, 2032. I can only conclude that there are ulterior motives designed to terminate my contract based on some other factors, such as a desire to avoid any Larry Nassar type taint. Sound weird, didn't it? Or my race or gender. Tucker, who is black, said in a response and his attorney shared 2 weeks ago. A hearing is scheduled for the week of October 5th to determine if Tucker violated the school's sexual harassment and exploitation policy, and a ruling could take up to 60 days. Michigan State has hired a law firm to look into the source of the leak that led to Tracy's identity being revealed. It's the university's failure to maintain the confidentiality of the investigation, combined with Mrs. Tracy's public disclosure of the entire 1,200-page investigation that has cast the university in a negative light. Tucker is just a fall guy for the university's negligence and long history, which includes predates the Nassar matter, but which unfortunately has continued and tainted the university's handling of this matter. Yeah, really, no matter what happens here, Michigan State's sort of in a lose-lose situation here, I think. They're going to end up having to pay. Look, the relationship between Mel Tucker and Michigan State is clearly over. That's goes without saying. So he'll never coach another down of football in Michigan State. We know that. But I'm of the opinion he's going to get something out of this. He's going to get a portion of that buyout money. How much, we'll see. Michigan State's going to have to pay something just for it to go away and move on. Otherwise, it's going to drag out in court, cost them a bunch of money in legal fees. It's just almost worth it for them just to pay up. A great choice of word, taint. Now, this is not football related, but this is something I heard about the other day. I don't even know who this person is. This Ice Poseidon guy. Is he the one that died? There's a guy, I don't know if he's I think he's a YouTube streamer. I don't know if he's a YouTube streamer or a Twitch streamer or something. Anyway, apparently this guy, well, they're wild, right? Like, he does this thing where if you donate money to him, I guess through Super Chat or whatever, every time you donate money to him, he'll take a shot of whiskey or something. So he ends up taking like 50 shots of whiskey and gets completely trashed out of his mind. And he's there with a bunch of other streamers. And the guy drinks so much that he passes out on stream on the floor. And so they start like fucking with him and like punching him while he's passed out and kicking him in the head and shit. These are supposed to be his friends now. I guess he ends up dying. Let's see. I might have some of that wrong. I did hear about this though. Kick streamer Ice Poseidon, whose legal name is Paul Danino, is facing backlash from viewers after he reportedly paid a stranger $500 to hire an alleged escort. Oh, this is not the same story I'm talking about. I know what this is, though. I also read about this. I'm talking about somebody different. I'm talking about the guy who died. He literally died. This is something different. This guy's a real piece of shit too. Yeah. So he He paid a stranger $500 to hire an escort to interact with the escort on September 21st on a live stream. He's well known for his quote-unquote life streams, a term that since deleted Rolling Stone profile described as being a blend of improv, reality TV, and situational comedy. But it's really just Danilo live streaming everyday activities and jokes with his friends. Anyway, allegedly cameras were set up in a hotel room where an unnamed man would invite an alleged escort to meet him. This took place in Australia. Of course, sex work is not illegal under certain conditions. Who said that? Is prostitution legal in Australia? I don't think so. Danilo claimed in a post that everyone involved knew about the cameras and that they were being filmed. In another post, he shared footage of him allegedly talking on the phone with a woman and confirming with her that she was okay with being filmed. Legally does not make this morally correct. Fellow streamer Concealed Bones. Yeah, anytime you need some advice on what's moral and not moral, go ask a guy named Concealed Bones. I'm sure he's got the answer for you. Let's see if we can see the video here. It's pretty disturbing, actually. So apparently, like they're on the couch, like making out, and then they get up to go to the bedroom. She checks her phone before they go into the bedroom, and somebody texts her and says, "Get out of there! They're filming you without your permission. They're live streaming what's going on." She confronts him and says, "I just got a text that says you guys are filming this, and there's somebody hidden in here with a hidden camera." And he goes, "No, no, no." And she picks up her purse and tries to leave. He closes the door. He's like, "Well, if you're going to leave, give me my $500 back." And she basically just like forces her way out of the door. That's what happened. That's what I saw. The whole thing was weird and creepy. I'll tell you that. Then after she leaves, another guy comes out of some other room where he was hiding. And he's like, "What happened?" And he's like, "Oh, well, somebody texted her and told her that we were streaming this." The whole thing was crazy. He got arrested but let go. I figured they might have a video of this on here, but clearly they don't. Still looking for it. There is a video of it, though, because I saw it. But yeah, that wasn't the story I was thinking it was. I was thinking about the guy who got killed or died, the streamer. People will do anything for views. It's insane. Hey, look. A California man who spent 28 years in prison is found innocent of 1995 rape, robbery, and kidnapping. Well, that's good. It's good they let him out after 30 years. A man who spent nearly 30 years in prison for kidnapping, robbery, and rape has been declared innocent and freed. DNA testing helped exonerate Geraldo Cabanillas in a 1995 attack on a couple sitting in a parked car in the city of Southgate. The county's district attorney's office said in a statement. His case was re-examined by the Conviction Integrity Unit of the DA's office, and last week, judge reversed his conviction, found him factually innocent, and ordered his permanent release. Oh, look, they apologized for it. That's really nice of them. Hey, we're sorry we took away your freedom for 30 years, buddy. Have a good day. DNA testing on the rape kit showed that 2 other people committed the assault. No other suspects were even arrested, although one man later confessed to committing one of the crimes. False confessions are one of the leading causes of wrongful convictions in the United States. Police are permitted to lie to suspects, including promises of leniency if the person confesses. That is exactly what happened here. And if it was not for DNA evidence, he would still have spent the rest of his life in prison. Sorry, man. My bad. Oh, when did this happen? Oklahoma State football player Trey Rucker arrested and charged with DUI. That's not good. Oklahoma State football player Trey Rucker was arrested Sunday on suspicion of driving under the influence, according to Stillwater police. Rucker was placed under arrest at 9:32 a.m. Damn, 9:32 a.m. God dang. He had a long night, didn't he? Rucker, age 22, was charged Tuesday in Payne County District Court with operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of alcohol. Prosecutors filed the charge as a felony because the alleged this is his second alcohol-related offense. An Oklahoma State official told the Oklahoman the program is aware of the situation but could not comment further. Rucker is a redshirt senior safety, has started all 4 games this season, including the Cowboys' 34-27 loss to Iowa State on Saturday. Multiple calls were made to Stillwater police shortly after 9 a.m. Sunday regarding a silver Chevrolet car that was not moving through the intersection, though the lights were on. What did you pass out in the intersection? The officer reported immediately noticing the smell of alcohol coming from the car, where Rucker rolled down his window, adding that his speech was low and slow. He told the officer he was driving home after watching a video at Boone Pickens Stadium, and that he had not had any alcohol in the last 1 or 2 weeks. They put Rucker through multiple field sobriety tests, reporting that he missed heel to toe on almost every step. He declined to breathe into the, he declined to blow, and then he was placed under arrest. He joined Oklahoma State as a walk-on in January of 2021, and in June of that year was arrested in Stillwater. He pled guilty to February to assaulting an officer in 2021, being in control of a vehicle under the influence, and other offenses. He was placed on probation. There you go. Yeah, the field sobriety tests are just silly. They really are designed to, I mean, a lot of people couldn't even pass those sobriety tests, field sobriety tests, if they're completely sober. You know what I mean? I'm with you on that. I'm just scrolling through here. I don't look at these news stories before I do the show. I just scroll through and see anything that looks interesting on there. Of course, most of it's just like super depressing or very divisive type stuff. Tampa police investigating circumstances of NFL star Mike Williams' death. You guys remember this story? Two weeks after former NFL star Mike Williams arrived at St. Joseph's Hospital, and a week before he died there, a grandmother and the mother of his daughter contacted Tampa police. They said they heard someone had brought him a Percocet, a prescription opioid painkiller, the day that Williams went into cardiac arrest. Three of Williams' close friends have since shared similar concerns with the Times that during his stay in the hospital around the corner from stadium where he once dazzled roaring crowds as a receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Williams was supplied with drugs by visitors. Williams' cause of death pending further study. An initial case summary could not be released because of the open active criminal investigation. I'm confused about who they're saying is criminally responsible or potentially criminally responsible for his death. Are they blaming the hospital or somebody else? Williams' loved ones say they fear that unprescribed drug use could have complicated his recovery from the injury, which brought him to the hospital by the ambulance and left him partially paralyzed in late August. He died September the 12th. He was 36 years old. People are walking around free and Mike is dead, his longtime friend David Fu Thornton said. It's sad if people who visited him by his bedside didn't have his best interests. So I guess they're saying that maybe some of his friends brought him drugs in while he was in the hospital and gave it to him unprescribed. So that's what I'm getting out of this. Well, sad story anyway. Oh, look at this kid. A child steals bobcat from construction site in Pittsburgh. You know what a bobcat is. It's a skid steer, you know. Bobcat's just a brand. But whatever. What does this kid do? A child wild ride on a bobcat stolen from a construction site has neighbors unable to believe their eyes at the damage he left behind. Some of the damage in Pittsburgh's Brookline neighborhood includes siding torn off of buildings, broken windows, bent light poles, 2 large gashes in the side of a trailer. God dang, this kid was having fun, wasn't he? Don't leave, look, if you're a construction worker, don't leave the keys in the bobcat. A video captured on a neighbor's camera shows construction bobcat riding down the middle of Castlegate Street. Neighbors on the street told Channel 11 News that the child likely took the bobcat from the construction site, drove down Castlegate Street, and hit a street sign before he continued on his way to Fordham Avenue. Viewers sent Channel 11 News videos showing the future Castlegate Green apartments. The video shows a lot of damage, including smashed siding, dented trailers, broken window frames, and multiple lampposts leveled. It was crazy. We didn't know what happened. We live about a street over and didn't hear anything, but the video was nuts. I did notice this morning I was running around the fence that was bashed in. We reached out to the developers to see how much damage would cost them. They did not respond. But we learned that construction began in 2021, and the property has already begun leasing some of the 51 units for rent. Don't leave the keys in there, man. I refuse to read a single story about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Just not doing it. Shakira joins Wesley Snipes as having to pay several $1 million in tax evasion charges. Of course, Shakira is facing charges in Spain, where I guess she has a house there or something. I don't know if that's her main residence or what. $7 million. Them hips don't lie, and neither does the IRS. All right. The rest of this stuff is just shit I don't care about. All right, let's see if we got anybody in the StreamYard here. Welcome to the show.
Skid steer, bro.
Yeah, skid steer, bro.
I've tore some shit up with a skid steer in my day.
Yeah, I've spent thousands of hours on skid steers before. They're fun.
They are fun, but I've tore up my fair share of shit with one too.
I actually tipped one over, picking up a pallet of attempting to put a pallet of like stone, up on the flatbed of a truck, and you know how those things are. Like, if it's a very heavy load, once you get you lift it up high enough, it becomes very unstable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like even the one my uncle had for his company was it was one on tracks, and that one was the same way.
Yeah, ours had tracks on them too. They were actually a New Holland brand. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They weren't Bobcat. Well, I don't know who makes Bobcat, but
the worst thing I did was I buried one in a sinkhole.
Oh no.
Because those things are like 10,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found a sinkhole and off in the backyard, and we had to find somebody with a special recovery vehicle to come get it. He had a deuce and a half with a dead man's winch on it. That was the only thing that would get it out.
Jay says the keys are universal. Well, I don't know where the kid would get his hands on a key. I'm guessing somebody left the key in the thing.
Probably. I don't ever remember taking the key out.
I mean, I never took a key out of ours either. Now ours were locked up inside of a gated area, with razor wire on it, so nobody was going in there. But still, I never took the key out.
Did y'all have the good razor wire or just a regular razor wire?
I don't. I never really tested it to see if it was good or not. I wasn't touching that shit.
What the hell would be the difference? Slim,
yeah.
Do you know the difference between good razor wire and bad razor wire?
No.
Yeah, the good shit was the shit that we had stacked up on the fence at the prison. It was chemically treated to make gangrene set in within an hour.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go ahead and say ours wasn't the good stuff. Then no. I mean, it was a landscaping company. I doubt we were paying to give intruders gangrene.
So they taint it with poison chemicals on the wire?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
100%.
So did y'all tell them that y'all poisoned the razor wire?
Oh, they knew, because every once in a while, like a raccoon or a possum would get off in there, and they were the ones that had to get it out because we wasn't touching that shit.
So a raccoon would try to climb the fence into the prison. It would get cut by the razor wire and get gangrene and die, and you made the prisoners go retrieve it?
I don't make the rules. I just live by them.
That cannot be.
That
can't be legal.
In the construction business, put that razor wire up if it's that tainted.
Very, very carefully.
Yeah.
Heavy duty gloves.
I just like to say the word tank.
That's all. All I can tell you was there when I got there. I don't know how it got
Okay.
Damn.
Well, I think you just admitted to a crime on the internet, Slim. I don't think that's legal what you guys were doing.
Hey, take
I don't think that's illegal either.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't sound.
No, it sounds like a lawsuit. It's not what it sounds like.
Oh,
Hey, you know what? That sounds like a state of Tennessee problem, not a me problem.
Yeah, that's true. You just worked there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How long were you a prison guard?
About 2 years.
You could not pay me enough to do that job. And
Terrible fucking job.
a terrible job. I used to work, actually, it was the guy I worked with, what I was talking about with the skid steer, he was a prison guard for like 10 years. And first of all, they're not paid well, at least not for what they're doing.
Right, I bet not.
Second of all, their life is at risk every day. Third of all, and the most important thing for me, the reason I wouldn't want to do it is, is there anything more depressing than a prison? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no such thing as a good day.
No.
No, I think it's dangerous as hell too. I would think too.
Oh yeah, but imagine you come home from work and your wife's like, "How was work?" It fucking sucked like every day, you know.
Well, I got spit on by prisoner, Jones and cell 18, and then one threw poo at me, and cell 12. I mean, yeah.
Well, it's kind of a
Sucks.
it's kind of a mutually assured destruction kind of thing. Like the inmates know they can take that place anytime they want, but they also know that they can't keep it.
Yeah, and a lot of those guards are corrupt too. I mean, that's how all the drugs and shit get in there.
With shit throwing zoo monkeys.
Corrupt.
Yeah, a lot of them were. Somebody I went to the academy with, like literally his first day off of OJT, he got caught bringing in like 5 or 6 pounds of loose leaf tobacco.
Yeah, see, smuggling cell phones and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah, up your butt.
Yeah.
Those little $10 track phones you can get from like Dollar General or whatever. You
Right,
get
what's wrong?
$350 for those.
Right. Well, what's wrong with people with letting people have some tobacco? I mean,
I'm with you, Vic, but shit, that's another reason I quit. I couldn't smoke in there. They wouldn't let me smoke in there.
yeah, what's wrong with letting people smoke? Yeah, I know. Yeah, what's wrong with letting the prisoners smoke? I mean,
They banned smoking in all state prisons in 2007.
Did you find somebody who had smuggled something up their butt there, Slim?
Well, I mean, yeah, there's plenty of that. I mean,
There was plenty of that. Oh, so you witnessed that.
There was a guy, everybody nicknamed him Johnny Appleseed in solitary. How he figured this trick out, I'll never know. But he could stick an apple up his ass and shoot it out at you.
What?
What? You can do what? Say that again. I'm sorry.
Johnny Appleseed, right?
He could stick an apple up his ass and shoot it out at you.
What the hell?
Like a cannon? Like a damn cannon? Don't come in here.
That's not even the screwed up part. The screwed up part is you didn't know how many rounds he had in the chamber.
Oh
Oh, my
God.
God.
Yeah, you give this guy some grapes, he's got an arsenal.
I guess that's why he was in solitary confinement.
Yeah,
Oh, my God. I hope he took the stem off the apple, at least.
And you've
Wow.
That's
Yeah, you got a
in
machine
solitary,
gun. Yeah.
God almighty. That's funny.
I mean, you couldn't do nothing but laugh at it. I mean, what else you gonna do?
Right. So you witnessed this. You saw him actually shoot one out of his butthole, huh?
Oh, I almost got hit. Because see, I wasn't like I got lucky. I wasn't assigned to a specific unit. I was a floater. So wherever somebody was out is just where I filled in that day.
That was the day that Slim Shady put in his 2-week notice.
I would have too.
Let me get out of here.
I'm putting say my day notice. Hey, goodbye. I can't watch that. I mean, in my radio industry, I've seen a woman shoot ping pongs out of her woman parts before, but that's totally different.
Hey, Slim, didn't you say on like one of the morning shows? I mean, one of the midday shows that the people in prison have it made or something like that.
He did say that, yeah.
Yeah, I did, but you left out a crucial part. I said compared to how it used to be.
Oh, okay. Compared to how it used to be, okay.
Well, they used to be able to smoke cigarettes. Now they can't.
Yeah, well, they also used to have to work. It used to be punishment. It's not anymore. Now they got satellite TV, they got ESPN Plus, the whole 9 yards. Fucking pampered babies.
Yeah, sounds like a great time.
It does. Sounds like a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Should have little children's visits.
I mean, you can be as hyperbolic about it as you want. It's not punishment anymore.
Well, they should have little visits, like scared straight to kids and hand them out candy cigarettes when they leave.
Well, I thought they do that, but yeah, scared straight.
Well, they don't give out the candy cigarettes anymore.
They don't give out oh wow, damn. Oh wow. Whew. Well, nice to kick off talking about prison stories. And
yeah, it's always very uplifting.
Out of a person's behind.
Yeah, that guy might have been George.
Yeah. George is like the Forrest Gump of YouTube. He's done everything.
Funny enough, the guy's name was George. Actually.
George.
Not the same George, but his name was George.
Right. Well, I thought George is in Oregon, though.
George's been to prison. He was in the military. He cured racism.
Yeah, he ended segregation.
He's owned at least 10 different businesses.
I heard he landed on the moon too.
Yeah.
So yes, so I don't know what the prisons are like in Oregon, but
there's a guy on YouTube. He shows up in my shorts a lot. He was he does stories about when he was locked up in Oregon.
He's done it all.
I would think Oregon would be kind of a pansy prison.
Oh, I think right now they're empty. They let everybody out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, Colby, on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried are you about Auburn this week?
Like a 7.
Really?
I'm worried. I'm worried about every game, though.
7. Wow.
Wow, I didn't expect you to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like he said, he's worried about every game. So.
I mean, I get that. I'm a Clemson fan. I'm worried about every game, too, at this point.
Well, Colby and Vic, I think will agree that Georgia is all beat up. I mean, we've got a huge we got the biggest injury list since Kirby's had his tenure there.
Well, the thing about Georgia right now is we got no fucking running backs and our offensive line. So.
I thought you got your best running back last week.
We have Dejon Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Milton's out. Robinson's still out.
We have Dejon Edwards.
Milton's always hurt. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Is Brock Bowers playing?
Here's the thing, Scott. Nobody cares if anybody's injured for Alabama because they're
We
so
got
loaded.
Dylan.
Georgia's in that category as well.
We got
You
Dylan.
trying to get me perturbed there, Slim?
No, I'm just saying it is what it is. I mean, Alabama and Georgia aren't the only two. Ohio State's in that category as well.
Yeah, and don't forget Dylan Bell, yeah.
Yeah, we got wide receivers playing.
Lad McConkey's out. He's questionable. He might be back this week. I'm not sure.
So-
He's questionable.
The news came out today that Texas A&M lost their starting quarterback for the season. Weedman is out
Weedman's out.
for the season. I guess he has he has to have foot surgery.
What? Oh, okay, so on his foot. Okay.
Yeah, it's a foot injury, and they're making a big deal out of it. I'm not so sure that it's that big of a loss. Honestly, I think his backup might be better than he was.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
Their offense was doing pretty
Max
good with him.
Johnson.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. I mean, anytime you lose your starting quarterback, that's not a good thing. But I don't think it's much of a drop off, if any, between him and the backup. Not at least based on what I saw this past weekend, anyway.
Yeah, Max Johnson looked better when he was in the. Yeah, did you know that he's Mark Richt's nephew? So
I did not know that. No. Well, I can't figure out who's the best team in the West.
You talking about the SEC West?
Yeah, the SEC West.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's obviously either A&M or LSU. It's one of those.
well, I guess we know it's not Ole Miss. So.
No.
Ole Miss only lost one game so far, so
Alabama might have the best defense out of those three, but offensively, I don't know that they. Yeah. We'll see.
yeah, that's going to be a toss-up, I believe.
Who did Bama lose to? My brain is slipping.
Texas.
Texas.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Texas.
And they
About it.
didn't play well against South Florida. That's what they're getting a lot of heat for.
Mm-hmm.
But they took care of business last week against Ole Miss. But again, they still have to play LSU and A&M. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Saban and Prime get together and they rub each other's feet?
Well, they certainly massage each other's egos, don't they?
Yes, they do. I think
They
they
do.
might as well massage the feet too.
They do.
They do. Okay, you big has video proof.
No, I don't. But no, I was saying that they do the Aflac commercials.
Yeah, the Aflac
That's
commercial.
where I think they do the feet rubbing afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Prime needs his feet rubbed. There's still talk about him amputating his foot or his leg.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know he's missing a couple of toes, right?
Yeah, he's in bad shape. He has to have that foot massage or leg massage like every several hours, I think.
Yeah,
You should call Deshaun Watson. The video.
I'm about to say Deion's going to go Deshaun on us.
if you watch the games, like a lot of the times on the sideline, he has to sit down. He can't stand up for 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah, and he's limping, most of the time too. So, yeah, he's in rough shape as far as his leg.
Did you guys hear what I was talking about at the top of the show about the possible NCAA violation that he admitted to?
Yeah.
What was that? I missed it.
What?
Well-
Violate.
So they asked, I forget the name of that player. I think it's a cornerback.
Oh, Kamari Williams.
Travis Hunter.
No, not Travis. I think it's who Colby just said. Anyway, they said, what's it going to take for him to get on the field, right? Because he's a 5-star guy. And he said, right now he's not putting in the work in film study. He said, I have all my coaches report to me every week about how many hours of voluntary film study each player is doing. And I base it off of that. Well, apparently, and I don't know, I'm just going off what people are saying on Twitter, all right? Apparently, you're not allowed to monitor and take into account voluntary time. You can only monitor the 20 hours a week that they're allotted. Now, apparently all the teams do this, but you're not allowed to go out and publicly say it. It's against the NCAA rules.
Well, how big of a violation is it?
I don't know.
It's
a compliance issue. It's a compliance issue.
Yeah, it's probably a small offense, but still.
Sure,
Probably
well,
just-
if you're
probably
talking
take
about a
the feet
5-star
info.
corner, you sure ain't Kamani McLean, who they took from Miami.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Kamari Williams.
Yeah,
I
well,
said
And be full back.
McLean.
Well, if Kermani McLean gonna be like that, I'm kind of glad he didn't go because that's been Miami's problem is guys not putting in the work on their own time.
Yeah, that's the only Miami problem. You're right.
No, it's not. I didn't say that, Colby.
Rage Ripper says he did not say that. I'm putting words in his mouth. I saw the video. It's exactly what he said. Word for word is he said, I have my assistant coaches report to me every week about how many voluntary hours that our players are putting into film study, and that's how I decide who takes the field. You want me to find the video? I'll find it right now.
Hashtag cancel Pete.
I'm just telling you what I saw. I could care less. I'm not even saying that I know the rule. I'm just telling you what's being reported.
It doesn't matter. You're not bowing down to the almighty Dion. You're
Yeah.
a racist, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't even say. I bet you don't even say the Red River Shootout, do you?
I do. That's all I say.
I used to be a racist, but I don't like NASCAR anymore.
Well, I just hate everybody equally. So, does that count?
Yeah, you're good. You're good on hating, Slim.
You're good at hating. Yeah.
I could
You're a
have
good old fashioned hater.
I like Dion. So,
Yeah.
you can cancel me all you want.
I think they ought to bring out Johnny Appleseed and have him for the halftime festivities for the Super Bowl. Be better than damn Usher.
see here.
I mean, Usher. They're bringing a 90s damn artist to do the halftime show? What? Oh,
Oh, they've already announced that?
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, there's yearly a petition, because I've signed it a couple of years. Every year there's a petition to get Metallica to do the Super Bowl. What's their hate on with somebody good?
Well, yeah. I mean, at least find a talent that's in the 21st freaking century, I would think. Or if you're going to do that, then give 800 million to Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, and let them put Led Zeppelin together.
Well, fuck, you might as well drag the Rolling Stones out then.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. Look, the new song, Don't Get Angry With Me, that's freaking phenomenal. Great song.
Somebody's phone's ringing. I'm trying to find the actual clip of this because all these videos are like 20 minutes long, and I don't want to have to like scroll through and find them.
It's not mine.
Let me do this. I'll do something else.
You on the road, Slim?
I'm on a road.
You'll figure out how far should the damn drop? How far should all this drop?
You fill up that death fuel yet?
Nope, I got enough to get back.
All right.
Shit, I thought I was going to turn around and have to go home last night.
Why?
Damn, baby swallowed something. My wife was freaking out.
Oh.
Wow.
It wasn't
Like
an
a
apple,
little
was
plastic. I don't know what you call it. I mean, it's kind of like a Lego thing, but it's not a Lego. It's some other kind of little plastic building block set.
Uh-oh, is she okay?
Yeah, I mean, she took her to the hospital just to be on the safe side, and they did an X-ray, and they're like, she'll probably pass it in a couple of days.
So she wasn't choking or anything?
What's the name of the former Ohio State coach that's a podcaster now? Huh?
Urban Meyer?
No.
That's a what?
Zach Smith?
Zach Smith,
Zach
thank you.
Smith.
My buddy.
Well, him and Mark Rogers are tighter than turtle pussy.
What?
Never heard that.
I heard
You
that.
never heard that one?
I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what did I have to think about that one for a second?
That's just watertight.
Y'all want to hear a Halloween joke?
Okay. Sure.
Skeleton walks into a bar and he orders a beer and a mop.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Here we
goes
go.
right through. Yeah. Well, that joke went right through me.
Okay, so here we go. This is not coming from me. This is coming from Zach Smith. Okay, I'm going to show you the clip of the video. This is what Zach Smith tweeted. Says, well, that is illegal. I love Coach Prime, but he needs to study up on the rules. Now, illegal is the wrong word to use because it's not illegal. I mean, there's no law. But he's talking about the NCAA rules here. Here we go. Give me a second. I'll let you hear straight from Deion's mouth what he said.
Denver Post. You mentioned last week that Cormani's seeing the field was up to Cormani. I wonder if you could elaborate on what you want to see him do, one. And two, did he help his case?
I don't watch that Zach Smith guy. I guess the only last time I saw him, he was talking crazy shit about Georgia.
Hey, be quiet, Colby.
Want to play this
game.
My bad. Desire to play this game. Desire to be the best in this game. At practice, in the film room, and on your own free time. You do know that I check film time for each player upon the week. Thursday, I need film times from the whole staff so I can see who's been preparing. And that's just not about commodity, it's about a multitude of them. So if I don't see that, you would be a fool to put somebody out there and they're unprepared.
All right, so there you go. Now, the issue, I think the issue there is not the fact that he wants his players to watch film. It's that he's saying that he takes reports from his assistant coaches on players, how much time they do their film study on their own time. That's the words he used, and that's what is the problem.
Yep.
Again, I don't know. I'm not indicting Deion. I'm just going off of what other people are saying.
Well, I know for a fact that's a rule, and I mean it comes straight out of the horse's mouth.
That's a weird rule. I didn't know. Like, it seems like that shouldn't be a rule.
Yeah, they're pretty strict on. They're pretty strict on compliance.
The only real exception to that is like the strength and conditioning coaches. They're allowed to be around them longer.
Huh. I wonder if that's true what he's saying, or if it's like a different issue. I feel like that's not that big of a deal.
That's something I've been harping on with Miami's wide receiver core for like 3 or 4 years.
Okay, well, I mean, all right, listen to this.
It's obvious that they're not putting in time on their own because 20 hours a week just ain't gonna cut it.
Well, listen to this. Okay, so everyone's high and mighty on Travis Hunter. When Travis Hunter didn't play last week, he was on Twitch streaming 2K.
Yeah, he didn't play because he has a lacerated liver.
So he ain't watching the game, but he's streaming on Twitch.
That's the point, to say thing that he's not being a. So he wasn't allowed to travel with the team.
Well, I'm just saying, like it seems like Deion would be mad about that if he's so mad about someone not doing voluntary work.
Yeah, well, I mean, Deion hasn't been short of his own hypocrisy since he stepped foot into coaching.
And I'm no Zach Smith fan. He does not like me either. He spent 10 minutes on one of his live streams one day trashing me because I called him out on Twitter. He didn't like it. But to be fair to him, he did.
Okay.
To be fair to him, he did say that he said his entire time at Ohio State, all coaches do this. What Deion is saying he did, they all do it, but you're just not allowed. It's not something you say out loud. You know what I'm saying? You don't admit to it.
Exactly.
Right.
He said the quiet part out loud.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you can't play football, you might as well be playing something else, right? At least he was playing something. I mean.
Yeah, at least he wasn't playing with himself.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, what else do you expect him to do when he has a lacerated liver and he has to stay home? I mean,
he's not talking about Hunter specifically. I think he's talking about Cormani McClain.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I expected maybe he could like react to the game or something. He's not even paying attention to his team. I don't know. It just seemed weird to me. Kind of hypocritical on Deion.
Well, like I said, Dion said his fair share of hypocritical shit.
Well, they're about to go through their crucifixion schedule too. I mean, they're about to be crucified.
I'm still of the opinion if they somehow win 6 games this year, that'll be very impressive coming from where they came from. So
yeah.
Hey, have you seen that YouTuber John the Liquidator? He's a Colorado YouTuber.
A Colorado YouTuber?
Yeah. Well,
No.
he's a Dion YouTuber. Let's just go back.
Okay. No, I don't know who that is. What's his name again?
John the Liquidator.
John the Liquidator.
Jon. And me and him made a bet on before the season started that Colorado wouldn't win more than 8 games for like I think it was $1,000 bet.
You made a bet with him?
Yeah, I made a bet with him. I got like the receipts, as Dion says. You know what I'm saying? And
well,
I wanted 500, and he was like, "Let's do 1,000." I was like, "There's no way." So yeah, I mean,
is it
he's got, like, a lot of subscribers and everything? So hopefully,
I haven't watched the video yet, but apparently, Dion is trademarked. Got the receipts.
God.
I think he trademarked 4 things. I don't know if that was.
Yeah, he trademarked "fuck around and find out." Yeah, oh yeah.
He trademarked "fuck around and find out."
Well, he's got a lot of money coming to him because everybody on the internet says that.
But
they do.
Though, how can you copyright something? How can you trademark something if you didn't? You
Well,
didn't?
ask Ohio State. Didn't they trademark the word "the" or "the" or whatever?
Listen, Dion's got about as much chance as collecting on any of that as the state of Florida does getting tolls out of Peete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can trademark "the" if you want to, but there's
nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
Force it. I mean, there's really no way to force anybody not say "the." I mean, I don't think they've ever tried to sue anyone over the word "the." And I mean,
well, that's why Uncle Lou changed his name from Uncle Lou to the Uncle Lou on YouTube when that happened. And I thought he was just going to do that as a joke for a week or two, but he left it that way.
So yeah, I don't really think that they're.
So these are the 5 things he trademarked: F around and find out, ain't nobody care, we keep receipts, pit bull and pumps. I don't know what the hell that.
What does pit bull and pumps mean?
I don't know. Pit bull and pumps, like gas pumps.
Okay.
No, I think it means like pumps as in shoes, as in women's shoes.
Oh, I don't. And the last one is working or twerking.
Huh?
What? Who says that?
I don't know.
Wow.
I think it's official. I think Dion's off his fucking rocker.
Yeah,
I think some people work by twerking.
You know what? We think that, but look, that Oregon State coach sold him $1 million worth of sunglasses with his little comment, and Dion was launching his sunglass line that week.
Well, the first week I was streaming the Colorado game, when they played against TCU. And I said right on live stream, I said, I want a pair of those sunglasses. Right. Now, I thought they were like some $10,000 pair of designer sunglasses that I would never have a chance to afford. Apparently, those things cost like $80.
Still expensive sunglasses, but, nothing like maybe Ray-Bans or something.
Pete kind of proving my point there. I was about to say there's a sucker born every day that'll buy some dumb shit.
Well, I'll admit, I'll buy dumb shit.
I like dumb shit, too. I like dumb shit buying.
That's apparent because those fucking sunglasses are ugly as hell.
I bought a squatty potty 2 weeks ago.
What?
That sounds like a good investment, Colby.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I've got a toilet seat trailer hitch.
Why'd you buy a squatty potty? Do I even need to ask this? I might regret asking it, but...
What?
Why he bought a squatty potty?
Why not? Why not? What's wrong with the squatty potty?
I mean, well, if you look into the science behind it, Pete, I don't have to explain it.
Oh.
Yeah, why not? What's wrong with the squatty potty, Pete?
I mean, the name to start?
I'll tell you what, if we combine the squatty potty and Slim's trailer hitch, we got perfect bathroom right there.
I want one of those, what are those things called? It's a Japanese name. The thing you put it on your toilet and it shoots water into your butthole instead of using toilet paper.
Oh, well, it's bidet. It's
Yeah,
a bidet.
it's a bidet, but it's a certain brand.
Did you ever see the South Park episode with the Japanese toilets?
No.
Oh my God! You got look it up on YouTube. It's hysterical. Where they have a secret place in Lowe's where you go into this room to look at the Japanese toilet that sings to you and has music and warms up and all that. I mean, it's great.
Ooh. Yeah, y'all remember when Chess Hall got a bidet?
What? No.
All got a bidet. What?
Well, it kind of makes sense.
You know that up in his trailer?
Yeah, no.
Well,
there was a video that Chess made where he like put a bidet on his toilet.
That must be what I'm talking about. Let me look this up.
Well, with Chess Hall, it's a necessity. It was either a bidet or toilet paper on a stick.
Well, what is that? A garden hose?
More like a fire hose.
How do you spell bidet?
Pete, do you want a bidet?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, you like that sensation, don't you?
No, I mean,
I love it. Look,
it seems to me way more sanitary than wiping your butt with paper.
Absolutely. I was kind of overseeing a house from one of my bosses who was trying to sell his house, and it was a beautiful home in Albuquerque, like a $350,000 home, and it had a bidet. Never seen one or used one before in my life, and you become addicted to those things, man. That thing's great.
So okay?
Let's go on Amazon.
So fresh and so clean.
No clean. No, that's right. All clean. No clingy clean.
I'm looking on Amazon for bidets here.
Well, you'd have to get a toilet with a bidet, I would think.
No, there's an attachment. That's what I'm saying. You can put it.
See what you need. They sell this certain kind of toilet in Britain where like the water shoots out from the front. So what you need is that bidet attachment on one of those, the way it cleans your ass and your balls all at the same time.
See, here you go. Jay Shipes says he's got them on all of his toilets. They're $16 or $26, he says.
Hey Pete, if you look up the new TikTok from Honeydew, he's got a good one about it.
Look at this one. Sure. This one's got a remote.
See, that's that Japanese stuff.
I guess that's like different power
Yeah,
settings.
look, this one's got what is this?
Heated seats and shit.
The BB2000.
It's a warm seat too. Oh my.
Yeah.
Is the water warm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is a game changer.
I like that. The one right beside it, the luxury smart toilet, upgraded and modern with bidet.
Bidet mate.
There you go.
Slim, would you ever have a bidet?
Well, I just bought a new kitchen faucet. Maybe I could take that, change that.
See, look at this thing here. So look at this. This thing, it pops out. Like, I guess you put it over the toilet seat or under the toilet seat maybe. And it pops out and shoots a stream of water into your butthole. Look at that.
I want that. I'm talking about buying dumb shit. There we go.
What is going on?
I don't know. What the hell is that noise?
That sounds like Slim. I guess he's driving on a rough road. Man.
Bidet mate. Okay, look at that.
Yeah, look at these things. This is some serious technology here. Fucking iPhone.
That's right. After 15, I need a bidet.
Yeah, we need a
Bidet, mate.
titanium bidet.
A heated, look at that, heated seat, warm dryer. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Afterwards, it blows a hair dryer into your butt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just luxury.
Air
right
dry.
there.
Yeah, man. Look at this guy. Look how excited he is.
Yeah, look at him. He's going, oh, look at that big turd I left in there. But my
If you have a dog, it can be used as a water fountain too.
Oh man.
Man, but how?
This
Yeah,
one,
but
this one
bidets
looks
are-
like a winner. I can't afford the $500 one or whatever. But this one's what is this here? $35. That's on my budget. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this one has cold water. That's why it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want one with cold water.
No.
I mean, have you seen the commercials for that new Kohler toilet that like it's the tank is built in on the bottom, so it's just got like an automatic backrest that comes up and then folds back down.
Let's see if we can read some reviews here. I'd like to hear what the people are saying. You know what I mean?
It's got some really good reviews.
Yeah, it does. Some people are leaving like super long reviews.
Yeah.
Look at the 1 star. Go for the 1 star.
Is there a 1
Let's see what
star?
the 1 star says.
Let's see. Here's a 3 star. Easy installation, good instructions, quality in hardware, hose, and connector. Trickiest part was aligning the toilet bowl seat. Bidet flag flange to allow the seat to close properly and allow the sprayers to have free clearance and not hang or bind at the toilet rim. This person's like really invested in this.
Upper Billy Paul's saying, it's orgasmic bidet.
Yeah. Scott's water bill went up like $100 after he got
Look at this guy's review. He says, I haven't had any problems yet. Just make sure you don't max it out on your first use. The pressure might more than tickle.
More than tickle, just spray you off the damn toilet.
Sounds like a good time to
Right
me.
off the toilet.
Too hard, yeah.
Well, I mean, look at it this way: if it's that high of pressure, it's a cheap colonic.
I would love to see what a 1 star review is, Pete.
I don't see any 1 star reviews.
Oh, okay, well,
hold on.
it's got, when you go at the top, I think you click on the 1 star review. And
All right, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. 1 star review. Disaster waiting to happen.
Some kid got shot in the eye.
This thing is like, look at the pair. This is like a novel.
All right, what do you say?
This person is very angry. There is no gentle setting.
Fix this. Apparently, the build connector was loose. I still hate this thing.
It says there's no gentle setting. It's full blast despite the adjustment knob. Also, the feminine and rear streams hit almost exactly the same spot of my butt. The self-clean sucks. I would never purchase this again.
I'm going to stay because I don't want to take it off.
Apparently, this person's
he's addicted. It's like a crack addict. He's addicted to it.
This person's unit leaks, so that's not good.
See, I would want one with a built-in dryer, like you were talking about, because, I mean, who wants to walk around with soggy underwear after that?
Or soggy, hairy ass.
Yeah.
She's talking about she goes, I go to my boyfriend and apologize for buying him a cheap ass Christmas present. Oh man. I don't know. Maybe she's got a lemon.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard a lot of people say Bojangles is great. I've been to one.
Well,
It
he
was fucking terrible.
you didn't tell us why it's a disaster waiting to happen.
This person says it's not pretty, but it works. Just don't shoot your eye out during installation.
Oh my God.
Like a Christmas story. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Try out.
Here you go, Slim.
What happened to you? Well, I had a retinal tear because the bidet just tore my eye apart.
This review says right here, it says my boyfriend Chess Hall loves it.
This person, John B, says, I never thought I'd write about something as uncool as a bidet, but believe me, once you use a bidet, you'll never want to go back to anything else.
Yeah, once you bidet, there's no other way.
Yeah, right. There you go. Trademark that, Dion.
Yeah, Kobe coming up with it with rhymes.
Well, that's on my Christmas list. So
Absolutely, I'd like to have one of those too. If I just change one toilet in the house to the bidet, that would be, well, I'd be on it all day.
I'm about to say, just don't end up like Huffer Billy Paul, and people are wondering why you're in the bathroom for an hour and a half.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, it's environmentally friendly. I mean, why we're cutting down all these trees just to wipe our butt for what?
Right.
Yeah, but see, then you're just wasting more and more water.
Well,
Run out of fresh water.
If I'm gonna waste water, I'm
I'm
not sure to waste it on a clean behind. Then
yeah. Also, these Japanese toilets. If you go to Japan, the top of the I don't know what you call it. The where the water is, the tank.
Yeah.
There's like a little spigot that comes off of it. So you wash, instead of washing your hands in a sink, you use the water from the tank to wash your hands. And then it goes down into the toilet when you flush. So it's like recycling.
It's all the same water.
Yeah, but you're not using extra water. It's the water that's already in the tank.
I wonder if the people from Flint, Michigan have bidets. That's the risk right there.
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to drink the water from the toilet.
You're not? Oh.
Well, unless you're a dog.
Well, once only the rich had bidets, but now you can have one too at a reasonable price. My pillow guy needs to put in my bidets.
My bidets.
We interrupt this commercial message for this bidet I'm selling for 25% off. The last shipments I have available.
Makes me miss fake news a little bit. That'd be a great sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
Cousin Casey says, my friend's parents used to have one, and he would try to convince anyone who came over that it was a water fountain.
Casket! God. Really, casket.
All right, Jay. Jay, send me the link to the one you got. He says he has one in all of his bathrooms, and it's $26 a piece.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, send me a link.
You've got bidets.
I'll get one, and I'll give you guys a full review once I test it out.
Yeah, you need to.
Wish he had that after the one chip challenge.
Right. Yeah, you need to.
Yeah, no shit.
Give us a live reaction.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to. I'm not one of these people who's desperate for views enough to live stream myself shooting water into my butt.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
You're not gonna pull a Vic tube on us and take a shit live on stream.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, I mean,
father turning off his camera.
You remember that guy who for the YouTube talent, his talent was taking a dump. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all he showed was his face. But yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. My 11-month-old can do that.
That's a good question. Mad T-Sipper says, do you use it after you wipe, or you just does it take the place of wiping? I'm assuming it probably depends on how big of a job it is to clean yourself up, depending on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Depends on how messy it is.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't have the built-in dryer, I would say do it before wipe. That way you can kind of wipe and dry.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
No, the bidet takes the place of wiping. It does. I mean, you got a good bidet. It cleans you out.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
Look, a lot of a lot of the Pigskin Pete subscribers own these things. Who knew? Jamie Stone says I got one. Lowe's has them. Hook it up to my toilet. It comes with everything. Took 10 minutes to hook up. There you go.
Yeah, Lowe's does have them.
Well, hell, I was just at Home Depot buying a kitchen faucet. I wish I'd stopped in the bidet section.
Yeah.
Can you tell me where the bidets are, please?
Home Depot isn't high class enough to have them.
Mayhem Matthew wants to know: are you supposed to spread your cheeks when you use it?
No. Just sit on it naturally.
D. Taylor wants an unboxing video.
Well, aren't the settings like are they like how big is the spray? Because some rear ends are different than the
Well,
others.
I think it depends on there's cheap ones and there's ones. I mean, some of the ones on Amazon were like $3,000. I'm assuming those are probably like fire hoses.
Oh, like custom setting. Be like this.
Yeah.
This is cold.
Well, you would think
it has a jet setting and a mist setting and
Yeah, right.
a roto-rooter setting.
So Roto-Rooter would be for Chessall, right?
Yeah. I get it.
Man, I got to go to bidet. Go get a bidet. But asking someone at Lowe's or Home Depot,
Gotta go
hey,
get
I'm looking for a bidet, and got a guy looking for a bidet on on aisle 7.
Shit, I'd pick up that telephone and put on the loudspeaker myself. I don't care. I ain't got no shame.
Do you do that? You see on YouTube a lot, where you fart into the customer service phone there?
Oh, is that one of those TikTok challenges?
far.
Again, talking about people doing anything for views.
I know.
It's
That's
like,
what I mean. Pick up the customer phone at Walmart and fart in it. I'm like, what? Why?
Do
No, I've picked up the customer phone and said shit into it I probably shouldn't have, but I've never farted into it.
it's like that guy in England that walks into strangers' houses. You seen this?
Yeah.
They fucking arrested his ass.
He's been arrested a couple times, but he hasn't really been punished. Like he still does it.
You notice he does that shit in England and not here because he get his fucking head blown
Yeah.
off over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they kind of find out in a small town.
Yeah. His TikTok channel wouldn't last long here.
Over there, to be honest.
He's dealing in the fuck around and find out section, isn't he? I mean, I would think that's what he's dealing with.
That's like the guy. I can't remember what state it was in. It was somewhere in the South. And his whole prank thing was dumping gasoline on people's cars. You remember? I think we did a news story about it one day.
Yeah, was it in Florida?
It might have been. I don't know. But he goes up and he starts dumping. He starts dumping gasoline on the hood. He's like in a public parking, like a grocery store or something. He starts dumping gasoline all over the hood of this guy's car while the guy's in the car, and he's acting like he's going to light a match. The guy gets out and puts a gun in his face. The guy's like 80 years old. And so he drops the gas can and runs, starts yelling, "It's just a prank. It's just a prank." And he's like, "Yeah, that prank's about to get you fucking killed, buddy." Yeah. I mean.
And I don't even think it was actually.
You're breaking up, Slim. Anyway.
Who's Clemson played this weekend?
The Fruit.
Oh, Syracuse.
Yeah. Undefeated Syracuse.
Ooh, undefeated Syracuse.
Where y'all playing at?
In Syracuse.
Yes.
Pete.
How worried?
Don't go around and F
So
around
how
and find out
worried
and lose to
about-
Syracuse.
How worried are you about Syracuse, Pete?
5. On a scale of 1 to 10, 5. We've seen them lose there twice in the past, 7 years.
Who do you think is going to win that Duke Notre Dame game?
But remember, Syracuse is undefeated though. So they're 4-0.
Yeah, look, Syracuse actually has a pretty decent team this year. I mean, I'm actually glad that
Duke and Notre Dame. I wonder
what's that?
who's the favorite in that Duke Notre Dame game.
Notre Dame is favored by 5.5 points.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Jay Shipe says Syracuse has a 55% win percentage, but Clemson is favored by a touchdown. So I don't know.
There you go.
I don't like playing there.
Favored to beat Duke and Durham. What's the spread?
That seems to me like it would be a great place to view a football game in that Carrier Dome. If you've ever seen it on TV, and the players have actually talked about this, it feels like the crowd's right on top of you because it's a basketball stadium. There's no real sideline, so the fans are right there, basically on the sideline.
Are you kidding? Like it's not a basketball arena, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
It's huge. It holds 49,000 people, but the Carrier Dome was built for Syracuse basketball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, 49,000 in college, statistics is not a big stadium.
No, Duke's basketball arena holds like 7,000. So it's like seven times bigger than Duke's arena.
And how many does the Carrier Dome have?
49,000.
All right, so does that mean that make it is it the biggest basketball arena in the ACC?
I would imagine it might be the biggest basketball arena in all of college basketball. And I can't believe there's anyone bigger than that. Let's see. That's a lot.
Doesn't Nebraska have a big? No.
Double as a football and basketball.
Yeah, well, the only reason it doubles is because it's so big.
And what about play volleyball in there too?
I'm sure they do, yeah.
And wrestling, so I guess they play everything in there, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean to ask you this. So with all the teams, you have 3 teams join the ACC, right? 3 teams.
Yes, SMU, Cal, and Stanford. Yep.
Okay. Well, didn't the ACC already come out with the group system, the pod system, and like who they would be playing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to change with the addition. But yes, they did.
Have they put out anything like, hey, this is when we're going to announce everything, or
not that I've heard. I'm interested to see how they're going to do it though. All right. So according to this, I guess I was wrong. The Carrier Dome holds 34,616. And
that's a lot of people, man.
That's the biggest basketball arena in the country.
Basketball stadium.
Football, basketball. I guess they can do anything in there. I guess except baseball. But, yeah.
So for reference, here, let me put this on the screen. For reference, the second biggest is Rupp Arena, and for Kentucky, it's 23,000. So that's 11,000 more seats in Carrier Dome than in Kentucky. Then it's Louisville, 22,000. Then it's North Carolina, 21,000. Then it's Tennessee, 21,000. Then it's Georgetown, 20,000. Madison Square Garden, which is where St. John's plays, 19,000. So there you go. We all know that's a good measuring stick. Madison Square Garden is considered to be a big arena, right? 19,000. Here you go.
Shoot, I thought New Mexico's the Pitt was a big stadium for basketball. I think it holds 15,000, I think.
It's weird because whenever I Googled the other day, I said, what's the capacity of the Carrier Dome? It came up 49,000, but they're saying 34,000 here. Here's a picture of it. Look at that. It's insane. Having a nosebleed seat, you may as well just watch it on TV. If you're watching a basketball game anyway.
Well, Pete, I'm going to hop off. I got to go get a haircut. So thanks for having me on, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Oh, I was right. Here, look. It says Syracuse Basketball Arena is the biggest by a landslide, coming in at first place with 34,616 seats. The huge space makes more sense that when the Orange football and lacrosse teams play there, the capacity is increased to 49,000 for those games. So there you go. So it is 49,000 for football. I don't know how do you increase the capacity?
You would think it would be more for basketball than football.
Right, because the field's bigger for football. That's weird. Renovations coming next few years include a new roof, a new scoreboard, and air conditioning. It's not air conditioned?
No.
What the hell?
You didn't know that? Yeah, that's why it gets.
Yeah. They're finally going to come up to the 20th century and get some AC in there.
Wow. Anyway.
Pete, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm
As
about
always.
to get off too. Thanks, Scott. See you next time, buddy.
It's time to go. To go to. So.
All right. See you later, Vic. Have a great day, buddy. Slim,
Hi, Vic.
are you still in Ohio?
Wow, Pete just kicked himself out.
Oh, shit.
Does that mean I'm running this show now? See, too bad I can't see the comment section.
Well, I don't know. I got kicked out of StreamYard. Slim can't hear me right now, but I'm going to have to kick him out too. See you later, Slim. Sorry, buddy. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Another great edition of the Midday Show. I will be back tonight, though, at 10 o'clock for the College Football Call-In Show. So looking forward to that. Thanks to everybody in the chat. You guys are all amazing and fantastic, as usual. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you guys tonight at 10 o'clock. If you're a member or a Patreon member or a channel member, make sure you go put your vote in for the members-only stream this weekend. 3:30 or 7:30 are your choices. All right? All right.